YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels back with another all NFL draft team. I'm putting my teams together. If I was the coach of the offense and the defense, I did offense already in a separate video. So if you haven't seen that, please check it out. Got plenty of other videos on the channel too, covering the draft, leading up to the draft here and even after. But my defensive teams, if I were the coach, I mean this shows how good the defensive talent is in this draft class, because there's guys that didn't even make my second team that are just excellent talents. So plenty of snubs here, even for my second team. So let's go through them. Starting off, we're showing my safety already. Derwin James from Florida State makes it as one of my safeties. Guy that is just fun to watch. Explosive safety, can do it all. Can be elite in the passing game, elite in the run game. Can read plays. Game changer. He can do it all as a safety. He's my number one safety in the class, and that's the reason why. So he makes my first team. Let's reveal the rest of the defensive backs. The other safety is going to be Minka Fitzpatrick. Even though I have him listed as a slot guy in my rankings, I think he can play. I know he can play safety. I know he can play corner. We just know if you line him up at slot, he can play at a high level right away. But I think he has the ability to play at a high level at safety as well. You know, Nick Saban, great coach. He's basically preparing the best of the best for the NFL is what he's doing over there. He made a statement that he likes Fitzpatrick at safety at the next level. So I'm going to go ahead and agree that I would put him at safety over outside corner. But he can play at a high level in the slot too. Slot is very important in today's NFL. But didn't do a slot position in this, even though I do like that position. Just went with the classic 4-3, my type of defense here. But then on to the corners. You got Josh Jackson, Denzel Ward. Tough not getting Jair Alexander in my first team because I like him a lot. But Josh Jackson is that lengthy outside corner, getting a lot of interceptions. Denzel Ward is, even though he's smaller than 6 foot, he plays bigger. Come up and make plays at the line of scrimmage on run plays, pass deflection machine. And he'll get interceptions too. So that's an impressive two corners we got there. On to the linebackers. The three linebackers, it was tough to choose three, but I got Roquan Smith from Georgia, Tremaine Edmonds, one of my favorite players in the draft from Virginia Tech, and Rashaan Evans from Alabama. These three linebackers are beasts. They all can play inside. They all can play outside in this defense. That's the great thing about them. Two of them easily top 10 on my big board. Rashaan Evans just outside of my top 10. Inside the top 12, I should say, of my big board. So I am a fan of Evans, too. I don't think most people have him that high. Again, I discussed how they can play. I do like Smith is for sure. In a 4-3, I for sure like Roquan Smith outside. Tremaine Edmonds and Rashaan Evans both can play inside or outside in either defense, I believe. Tremaine Edmonds is just... I just love this guy. I love this guy's skills. He's only 19 years old. We discussed it in the past. Huge upside and can play right away. Like Edmonds a lot. So let's check out my front four now before we get on to my second team. The front four. The two defensive ends are going to be Bradley Chubb, maybe the best player in the draft. Easily top 3 for me. And then the other DN is Harold Landry. Some believe he will be a 3-4 outside linebacker. I'm fine with that, but I'm also fine with him on the line in a 4-3. Very talented dude. He's top 10 on my big board, so maybe another guy I'm higher on than most. Freakish pass rusher to say the least. So Bradley Chubb and Harold Landry together, and the D tackles, Vita Vea, a guy can play nose and he can play defensive tackle in a 4-3. Best D tackle in the draft. And then the 3 technique type of guy, Maurice Hurst, I like in a 4-3 a lot. Maybe if Hurst didn't have the medical concern, would he be the first D tackle off the board? That's another debate, but he's up there. So Vita Vea, Maurice Hurst together on that D line. So yeah, look at that team. But a lot of guys that I really liked didn't make this team. But yeah, let's go on to the second team now. I'm going to show off my corner. I discussed the guy, how he didn't make the first team's crazy, but that shows how good this class is. Jair Alexander, the corner from Louisville, makes the squad. So we're going to show the rest of the DBs here, see who the other corner is. The other corner is Mike Hughes. A lot of upside for him. Good speed, faster in the game than what he tested, but still good tester as well. Good at man, good at press, even though he's under 6 foot. Good at downfield coverage as well. He's got it all, is what it sounds like there. And then my two safeties, Jesse Bates, the third, another guy that I like a lot, playmaking safety. And the other safety, I went Ronnie Harrison. Very, very tough between Harrison and Justin Reed. But I think Harrison, pairing him with Bates is better. Maybe Reed and Bates, too similar, really. Bates is going to be in the back end, covering with on the coverage downfield, making the interceptions, making the pass deflections. Ronnie Harrison is a guy that can sniff out the run. He can just make plays in the middle of the field, shorter routes. I mean, he can do it downfield as well, but Bates is there for that. So I like those two paired together. On to the linebackers. We got Leighton Vander Esch in the middle. He could have made the first team. He'd probably be on most people's first teams, but I like him in the middle there. I put Lorenzo Carter here, even though some prefer him. His best spot's probably 3-4 outside linebacker, but I prefer him at linebacker over D-end if this is the option. I think some teams believe he can play 4-3 outside linebacker. Some teams been doing the 4-3 teams been doing a lot of homework on him because they think he may be better there. So I like Lorenzo Carter there. And Malik Jefferson. Malik Jefferson turned into a sleeper. Sliding down boards, apparently. Is that just the media? Is that the experts? Or is that the league as well? But a very solid 4-3 outside linebacker. Like him at weak side in a 4-3. So those are my linebackers. Pretty good crew so far. Then on to my D-line. Some more guys that very easily could have made this list. But didn't because the depth, the talent in this defensive draft class. But the DNs are going to be Marcus Davenport from Texas San Antonio. We expect him to go in the first round easily. Good pass rusher. I like him at 4-3 DN. And along with Josh Sweat. Another guy, just like my first team, like Harold Landry. Some think he will end up being a 3-4 outside linebacker most likely, but also can play D-end. I liked him when he was on the line with his hand in the dirt. I liked him a lot. Very athletic. I think this guy has potential, even though he was good in college, I think he has potential to be, with the right team, be better pro than he was a college player. So those are my two DNs, very athletic out there. And then the D tackles, Deron Payne from Alabama. Some would put him on their first team. I like him 4-3 or 3-4. Taven Bryan, he comes in another D tackle. If he's going to be a D tackle, he needs to be on a 4-3 team. I think he has plenty of upside as a 3-4 end too. I would like to see him tried there. I know maybe it's a little risky, but I think he's athletic enough to slide out the 3-4 ends and do very well there at the next level. Another guy could be a better pro than he was in college, but he was good in college. So there's my second team. There's both my defensive teams. If you haven't seen my offensive team, check that out. We got plenty draft videos on the channel and more to come leading up to the draft, even after the draft, and then we're getting ready for the year to start. We got plenty of coverage daily here at Frogs and Angels. Check out our Twitter, Frogs_Angels, link in the description if you haven't done that already, but stay tuned for more. Please like, subscribe if you haven't yet. That'll do it. Goodbye.